Hi, this is DeFi 250, also known as DeFi, and welcome to Rocking My Local Toxic Cup Part 2, the championship match. I'm so excited to show you the most exciting crowning achievement of my PvP career so far. Before we get started, let's take a good look at both of our teams. Jojo and I have very similar teams that we brought to this cup. We share Wormadam Trash, Toxicroak, Bibarel, Drapion, and Gliscor. The key difference is that he's bringing a Flygon where I'm bringing a Meganium. So when I'm taking a look at what I want to bring for my line of 3, the first thing I want to bring for sure is my Drapion. Drapion has a really good matchup against a lot of his team, so I'm going to be putting it up front. My Drapion has Ice Fang, so it can handle Flygon and Gliscor easily, and I know I can handle Wormadam Trash with that as well, even though it's not as great of a matchup. Then I'm going to bring Meganium because that's going to be a hard counter to Bibarel, and Meganium's a tanky Pokemon, and it has Frenzy Plant, which is a fast-charging, powerful move, and I also have Earthquake, which is a really great closing move. So Meganium, for sure, is coming to my team, and it's really going to prove to be my MVP, my most valuable Pokemon, in these matches. To round everything out, I'm going to bring Gliscor. Gliscor puts a stop to Toxicroak, and it also has a pretty good matchup against Wormadam Trash. It also has that added bonus of Night Slash and being able to get the boost. So let's take a look at our matches. As an added bonus for this video, Jojo shared his screen with me so we can take a look at these matches side by side, which is pretty awesome. So to take a look at the first match of the round, we have a Drapion mirror match. And you can see that we both think about switching at pretty much the exact same time. However, I make the switch first into Bibs, and he then counters with Wormadam Trash. This is a pretty close matchup, and it's really shield dependent, but right now Jojo definitely has the advantage. If he launches one Bug Buzz, I have to shield. But I'm really confused here when he launches Iron Head. He does this throughout the matches until pretty much the very end, and I'm pretty convinced for most of this round that he doesn't have a second move on this thing. I use a Surf, I knock out Wormadam Trash, and he brings back in Drapion. I have 1 HP left, and he makes a mistake by throwing that Fell Stinger to knock out my Bibarel. So then I bring in my Drapion, and I can start launching up the stored energy I had from the beginning of the match. I make the decision not to shield this Aqua Tail because I know I can tank it, and I'm going to try really hard to get to another one, but I don't even need to. I can Ice Fang it down, and then he brings in Gliscor. He has to shield this. Aqua Tail would really hurt. I get a really solid chunk of health with just a few Ice Fangs, and then I bring in Meganium. This is not a super great matchup for me, because with a flying fast move, Gliscor can really do a lot of damage to Meganium. However, I have a shield, and neither of Gliscor's charge moves does a lot of damage, so you can see I was able to knock it out, and I win the first match. I'm feeling pretty good, but this is how a lot of our matches go. I win one, he wins one, and then he tends to win the second. So let's see how the next match goes. I decide to switch up the flow. I keep my same core line of 3 because it worked really well for me in the last match. But this time I lead Bibs into Wormadam Trash. So I have Bibs, and again, this is a solid, pretty evenly matched matchup. It really depends on shields on who's going to come out victorious. However, since we both have 2 shields, he's able to shield all my Surfs, and I'm able to shield a Bug Buzz incoming. But at this point, he launches another Perplexing Iron Head playing mind games with me. I switch out, fully loaded on energy, into Drapion, and he brings in Toxicroak to counter. I launch off an Aqua Tail, which he shields, which is perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see, because now he has both of his shields down. I resist the urge to shield this, and I let my Drapion go. And I use this opportunity to bring back in Bibs, 1 Surf, and Toxicroak will go down. So I'm feeling optimistic at this point. Starting to feel a little good. He brings back in Wormadam Trash, and I use my shield here instead to assure Wormadam goes down. Because that's going to counter my Meganium, so I need to see that go down. And then he brings out Bibs, and at this point, I'm just looking like... So that happened. To help you understand why this is such a big deal, Jojo has been a rival of mine for a very long time. He's been undefeated in our local Silph Cups for ages. I looked it up, and the last time that he lost in one of our local Silph Cups was February 2019. He lost in the Twilight Cup, and he lost in the Mirror Cup, which was Twilight, later that summer. That's it. Every other cup that he has come to for our local tournaments, he has won, and he has swept, and he is a phenomenal player with a lot of skill. So for me to achieve my goal of beating him in ranked PvP at one of our local Silph Cups after all this time, after over a year of having that goal and working so hard to do it, it's undescribable. So after I finished screaming for a while and hyperventilating a little bit, we moved on to the third match of the round. So again, same line of three. I brought back the same order from the first match, Drapion into Wormadam Trash. And I just figure I'm gonna go for it. I build up to a crunch, which goes unshielded by Jojo. And then he fires off an Iron Head. Again, he still hasn't shown me Bug Buzz. So at this point, I still think that this doesn't have a second move, and I'm entirely confused by it. I launch an Aqua Tail, because that's all I really need to knock out Wormadam at this point, but he shields it. And here comes the Bug Buzz that I wasn't entirely sure existed up until this point. So now that I know he has it, I know to watch out for it, but I don't have to worry too much because I was able to water gun down Wormadam Trash. He brings in Toxicroak here. I've got a Surf ready to go that he has to shield, so he's down. He has no shields left, and he's got a charge move. I'm not 100% sure that he doesn't have Sludge Bomb, so I shield it. It was a Dynamic Punch, which still would have done a good chunk of damage, and then I put a Frenzy Plant, and then he brings in Gliscor, and you can kind of see here all of that fast move damage that he can do with a flying type fast move. I launch another Frenzy Plant, but it's not going to be quite enough to take out Gliscor. It's going to get me pretty close, and then I bring back Bibs. One Night Slash isn't going to take out Bibs, so I'm able to just water gun damage the last little bit after that slight bit of lag. But one fast move from Toxicroak and we are done. So I just wanted to show you quick the trophy. You can see that it was a 5-way tie, which was awesome for first. I love having multiple different people having a chance to take first. And then I wanted to just show you both of our Silph cards. You can see that I'm still at the Challenger rank, but I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing a lot better than I was last season, and you can see just how great of an opponent Jojo is. He's an ace, and I'm sure he's one of those who's gonna hit the next level up one day. Thank you so much to Jojo for the matches. I look forward to battling you in the Voyager Cup coming up, and also regionals are coming up soon. I have so much more content that I can make. I'm in a lot of different Toxic Cups right now. I have Go Battle League content I can make. I can start practicing for the Voyager Cup. I also want to start looking into Twitch live streaming, both Go Battle League matches and maybe even some other content. So be on the lookout for me. Thanks so much for watching, and best wishes.